Good morning, guys. It's coffee chit chat time. Okay, let's have a little heart-to-heart talk. It's time. There's a lot going on. And man, oh man, my head has been spinning. So what I did is I wrote everything down just so I can, stay on track and just hit some points, and I won't even be able to talk about half of the stuff that's going on. But I wanted to kind of just update you guys on the fact that I am transitioning. I think I better be clear about what that means. Because nowadays, it has a whole new meaning. I am staying female. I identify as a female. Only one pronoun, she. And I am not transitioning in that way. I am transitioning from full-time nomad life to part-time. So yeah, it's like I knew in my heart like the time was coming to an end. I mean, it was like it was going to slow down. I wasn't sure like how it was going to happen or when. I kind of had an idea. Like I just felt like God was saying, by April, May, like May would be the cutoff. So I was preparing like, okay, April's the last of it, but I didn't know again how that was going to look. So, yeah, some really weird things have happened. So one of the things that happened was, first it started with the guy at the wedding. He offered me his cabin, beautiful cabin, 6 bedrooms, 4 bath, just found out, 4 bath, a loft, 2-car garage, RV parking, everything you could ask for. And it would be all mine. And so I was just like, well, I don't think I want to live in a place like that, by myself, but I didn't want to live with anyone else. But it was giving me a place to like land. I needed a place to just, just focus on some things that had to do with my work. And also I've got other ideas as far as like, businesses and that I could do online, and I just kind of needed a place to land. And so I thought, okay, that'll provide me some, like a little reprieve, instead of go. And so I thought, well, but I told him, I said, I don't want to pay more than $500 anywhere I go. I don't want to pay more than $500 because it doesn't make sense for me financially, because I could stay in my rig and, pay less than that. And then just work on staying stationary so I'm not paying so much in gas. So at least that was offered. Then the second thing that happened was my brother contacted me. So my brother has a 5th wheel and he travels with his wife and they live in Texas. And so he said, hey sis, we're getting ready to go on the road. We're going to get on the road for 8 months and we want to meet up with you and camp with you and, just kind of travel and just reconnect and stuff. And so I said, when are you guys going? And they said, by April. I said, I'm sorry, but I really feel like God's taking me off the road. So it's just not going to work out. And so I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to land. And I'm like, what are you going to do with your house? And he said, it's going to sit vacant. And, I'm like, well, I'll house sit for 8 months, like that's rent free. I could have Roxy. I could focus on the things I need to focus on. The only drawback was they do not have RV parking and it's Texas. And I love Texas. They're very friendly. But I love California even more. And Texas wouldn't allow me to really stay in my profession. I don't know how to put it, but it wasn't ideal. But I was thinking, okay, well, maybe I could, there's other businesses that I want to start online. And so I was like, okay, this will give me a chance to work on those things, get a couple degrees, licenses that I want to get. But then the whole RV thing, it's like, okay, that means I would have to store my RV or sell it, and I just wasn't sure. And it's just something just didn't feel right. But I thought, okay, God's opening up the doors. I've got these 2 options that just came out of the blue. And then I felt like, this is where it's going to get crazy. And then I felt like God was going to take me on an African safari. I don't know why, but I just kept seeing just, you know, like that, or that idea just kept coming to mind. And I had gotten words in the past about that. So I was like, okay, God, if it's time to go to Africa, maybe this whole RV thing and boondocking has been preparing me. That's the only way I could put it. Was just like, I'm scared, but I'm prepared. Scared, but prepared. So anyways, I thought, okay, I guess I'm gonna go on a safari in Africa. So anyways, a friend of mine that I hadn't talked to in, I don't know, 6 months to a year, she kept coming to mind. And I thought, I wonder what's going on. Usually when someone comes to mind, you know, it's either you pray for them or check on them. So I text her, I'm like, hey, what's going on? Are you okay? Is everything okay? And she's like, yeah, good to hear from you. She goes, I'm actually preparing to go on a missions trip to Africa, and there's a safari included. Would you like to go? And I'm like, this has to be God. I mean, the chances, you know? So I'm like, you know, how much and when? And so anyways, I was just like, okay, I'm going to pray about it. And so then I thought, okay, how do I come up with this money without having to sell my RV? You could tell I didn't want to sell my RV. So all of a sudden I remembered I have a timeshare that I bought, I don't even know how long ago, a long time ago, and I've never used it. And I have paid the dues, I've paid it off, and I've never used it. And I thought, well, you know, I could sell that thing and have the money to go to Africa. So I contacted a broker. He pretty much told me, like, I'm not going to get my money back right now. It's best to just either keep it or just, you know, give it away. I could sell the weeks or whatever, but I was just like, I don't know. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. Anyways, the following day, I get an email from the timeshare. They sent me an email, and it was, you know, like they were showing points to go to Africa on a safari. And I was just like, okay, I don't have enough points, but that is amazing, you know, like the timing. And I know our phones kind of listen to us and stuff like that. So I was just like, okay, it could be that, you know, like there's certain things could be a coincidence. There's certain things that are like definitely God, and there's certain things that it's like, it's AI technology. So I just kind of brushed that aside, like, okay. Then the next thing that happened was I was heading somewhere, and I thought, oh, I gotta stop at the store and get some milk, and I don't want to go out to a grocery store like too far off the road, so I went to the closest one. So I'm walking into the store, and right next to the store is a timeshare sales place. Like, that's all they do, is they sell timeshares. And my timeshare was on the window, you know, the one that I belong to. And so I was just like, what are the odds? Like, it took me a while to find the guy and who really couldn't help me. But I thought, here's an office. That's all they do. I thought, so I took down their number, and I thought, okay, let me just look into that. Anyways, that gal, she starts texting me, and she offers me something that is just so amazing. So amazing. I said yes. I was just like, this is God, you know, this is too good to be true. And I get to have Roxy with me. It's just, everything's perfect. And they'll pay me to be there. I mean, it's perfect. So I thought I could sock money aside. I could work on she said I'm going to have a lot of free time. And so I could work on the degrees, the licenses that I want. I can work on a couple other things I've been thinking about starting, as far as like selling clothes, maybe getting into health and beauty, fitness and stuff like that, getting back into shape. So anyways, yeah, just a lot going on. And I know, you know, a lot of you guys have followed me because I travel and I'm in an RV and I'm a nomad. So I know things are going to change. The people that have connected with me and my heart and my beliefs, I think you guys will stay the same. You guys will stay here, and, you know, like, I mean, this position could last a month. It could last 10 years. I doubt 10 years, but it could last for years, you know, so I don't know. It's one of those, you know, just day by day, which I like. So anyways, yeah, I just thought, man, God is just aligning everything up, and this is just perfect. Perfect, perfect. So anyways, that's what I wanted to share. It's big news for me. I didn't know exactly, you know, how to break it to you guys that I'm not going to be a wildcat out in the desert anymore. I'm going to be a domesticated little kitten purring in a house. Oh, Roxy hates cats. So, okay, scratch that. Scratch that. I'm just going to be a lady now. Getting my nails done, getting my hair done, getting my makeup done. Well, I already do that. Getting right, wearing proper clothing. You know, and I'm not going to be in the city, but I'm going to be amongst the people. No more seclusion, no more wilderness season. Anyways, yeah. So, what do you think, guys? Who's coming along with me? Who's staying? Who is staying? I'm just curious, who's staying? I mean, you know it's always going to be like something. But, yeah, I think my videos would go to once a week. And, higher quality. And then you'll be able to see, like, you know, maybe the businesses that I start. I've got a few ideas. So, today, I'm going to start cleaning out the RV and taking what I'm going to need in the house and setting it aside. And then I'll still have access to the RV, and I'll have a few days off during the week that I could still go wherever I want with it. But that's what's going to happen. Yeah, it's nice. I'm not going to have any worries for a little bit. It's going to be nice. Gosh, I wish I could tell you guys all the details, but I can't. I can only tell you that much. Anyways, hope you guys have a blessed day, and hope you stay with me. Yeah, it feels like, it's weird. It feels like, I don't know how to put it. Like, I don't want to say bittersweet, but it feels like, you know how when you're young and like, well, we moved around a lot, but it's like when we were young and we really liked the place, but, you know, my mom would be like, she'd take a map, she'd open up a map, and she'd just be like, she'd put her finger, you know, on the map, and she's like, okay, that's where we're moving. And then we'd pack up and we'd move. And it's like, okay, new schools, new friends, new everything. And then another time again, and then we'd move. And so I got used to moving a lot, and it was easy for me to make friends. Plus, I had a big family, you know, so it was like 6 kids. So it's like, you always had people with you, you know, you always had friends around. I mean, kids just gravitated towards, you know, our family. And, you know, we had bikes, we had, you know, everything. And so, you know, to us, we just adjusted. You know, I think that's why I travel so much and I adjust so well. And I can be alone, because it's like, that's how I grew up. So it kind of feels like that. It feels like a little bit of like, oh, I got to leave this. I really like it, but I'm excited. I'm excited for what's to come, but I don't know what's to come. But, you know, it always turns out well. So, yeah. Anyways, that's what's going on. All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.